Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your tarot card reading for October 2023. Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your October reading. Okay, we already got a card. Welcome to your October reading. All right, so we start off with a card that says resoluteness, determination, no compromises, unwavering focus, inner resolve, integrity, a test of character, and self-examination. Well, as we are thinking about our future and we're thinking about the direction that we want to go, maybe not in all areas of life, but there's probably at least one area of significance for you that is kind of standing out above the rest. Thinking about how you want to proceed and all the changes that you're wanting to make or all the progress or goals that you want to achieve or whatever. This is going to be one of those moments where you have the opportunity, and I would see it that way. I would see it as an opportunity, even though it is going to require a lot from you. But to see that you have in front of you an opportunity to make something really substantial happen. All right, if you take the next 3 months and you stay disciplined and you stay focused, you likely will really see so many results. That's true most of the time. I mean, if we ever just sit and dedicate and do the hard work, often we will see results. But there are other times astrologically when we're a little bit more supported in that venture. And I think this is one of those times. There's a lot of strategy. There's a lot of focus in the astrology right now. There's a lot of intelligence and calculated moves. And I don't think that people are going to be making really dumb mistakes unless you're completely unaware. Okay. But for those of you who are healing and who are trying to improve and who are really going deep within themselves, chances are you're going to be making good decisions for yourself. And the more good decisions you make and the more actions you take to back those up, the more progress you're going to see. And I think the more and more progress you see, the more motivated you're going to be. And that's going to be this really beautiful, positive feedback loop. It's like you work, you see results, and then it makes you want to work harder. And then you see more results. And then, I want to work even harder. And it's going to be something really exciting. And I don't think the work with this is necessarily something that you perceive to be negative. Okay, I think the work in this scenario is something that you enjoy or something that motivates or inspires you, or at least you have a big enough purpose behind it to do something about it. Okay, so I like the resolve that Gemini is really putting out there into the universe, and it's certainly not going to go unnoticed. Okay. Moon card. Hold your vision. All right. Well, I love that with resoluteness, right? No compromises, unwavering focus, withhold your vision. Those were phrases directly off the card. Okay. So hold your vision. I think your vision is held pretty firmly. If you don't feel like you have a strong vision in your life, I would highly recommend using this time to develop one. And it doesn't have to be this whole huge thing, right? Unless you're, really intend to be this multi-billionaire conglomerate owner, whatever. Unless that's really your ambition. I don't know that this is going to be so huge that there's even a part of you that says, that's not possible for me. I think there's going to be a belief that comes through with this too. And again, the more results you see, the more likely you are to continue to believe. This is going to be more results-driven belief as opposed to belief-driven results, right? You get results, then you believe. This is more of now this is not very spiritual, if you will. This is more I'll believe it when I see it type of deal. You're proving something to yourself. I don't think this has anything to do with anyone else. All right. This isn't about your relationship. It's not really even about your careers or anything. This is about who you are. It's about your character. A test of character comes through here. This is about the test of your character, how you see yourself, how you respect yourself, and the moves and the changes and the adjustments that you decide to make here, I think are going to really be the drivers for a lot. If you don't have a vision, this may kind of waver, and it might kind of loop back in on itself and be a little bit more negative in terms of like, oh, I don't know where I'm going and therefore I'm not going to do anything. And if I'm not going to do anything, then I'm not going to see results. And if I'm not going to see results, then maybe I don't feel very good about myself. Right? So I think this is important for getting that ship to really move in the right direction. So if you don't have a vision, and I don't even necessarily mean like this whole huge all-encompassing vision board, although it can be something like that, I would say I'd get a little bit more specific with a goal, the vision that you see for a specific goal, or maybe 2 or 3 specific goals, and really focus and hone in on those 3 or few things rather than having it being like this whole lifestyle type of thing. Okay. But if you can at least assign something like that, like, yes, I really want to accomplish this, and be clear and resolute about it, that can change the whole game over the next few months. Okay, likely you'll be able to achieve your goal a lot faster than you think if you simplify it. So let's take a look at the tarot cards for Gemini. What is it that Gemini needs to know for October? Okay, beautiful. We have the Sun. We have a 3 of Cups. And we have the Lovers, which is the Gemini card, of course. I like the Sun and the Lovers because there's actually like 2 suns. Here's a sun and here's a sun, which says that there is something coming from that soul level. This is not ego stuff. And I've been saying that for a few months now, and I believe it even more so. This is not ego stuff. Okay, this is not anything that is dictated by pride or fear. Whenever the sun comes out, there's something more pure, more unadulterated. And that's, I think, where this ambition or this, this unwavering focus is really coming from, because it's not coming from a place of fear. It's more coming from a place of like, this is just something I have to do. This is something that my soul is telling me I must do. I must move in that direction. I must make this change. I need to move away from this thing, whatever it is. But I don't know, when the sun comes out, sometimes it's so undeniable and so ineffable. You can't always really explain it. It doesn't always make tons and tons of sense. It's just something you've got to do. And with the 3 of Cups, I also think you're going to be very well supported. Now, the 3 of Cups can be 50-50. On one hand, I see this as being really good friends and people that you trust and you love, and they support you and they cheer you on, and they really want to see the absolute best for you, Gemini. But on the other hand, sometimes there can be a little person who sneaks in there who doesn't always have such good and pure support, right? Sometimes it's there's a little jealousy. Sometimes there is a little bit of like, celebrating to your face and then talking badly about you behind your back. Sometimes there's like spread rumors or gossip or something with the 3 of Cups. So the only thing that I would say with this is just make sure that your circle is pristine. Make sure that the people that really you spend your time with and you go to for support are people that genuinely support you, because you don't want to be around people who might have that kind of leeching quality. Because there is kind of this strength coming through here, you don't want anything that has the potential to drain your strength. And dealing with drama or anything that other people cause is clearly not a good use of your energy in any way, shape, or form. That is not a good place for Gemini to be focusing. Gemini should be focusing on what's in their heart and their creative surges and their passions and their desires. And again, when I say passions, I don't necessarily mean that this is fully detracting you from like your career. It doesn't mean you have to give everything up and go do this other thing. Sometimes this can align. Like, let's say you have a career path. Maybe you're happy with it. Maybe you're not. Maybe it's neutral. Maybe it just is what it is right now, and then you'll find something later. But you can have passion to leverage this current career, right? You can have passion to leverage your current position into something else or something greater. And you can work to do that. How are you going to leverage it? How are you going to use this moment and this place and this this environment as a stepping stone to help you get to where you want to be, as we see with this vision card, right? This is why the vision is really important, because otherwise you may feel like, oh, I'm just here and that's it. And you might be like, okay, it's fine, and I accept it and I'm grateful for it, but maybe there's just not a lot of purpose with it. But if you understand how you're going to be using this moment in time to help get you there, sometimes what you have in front of you feels more meaningful and you can capitalize on it a lot better. Okay? And I do like the Lovers because there is a communication component here. And I like communication right now, by the way. Your ruling planet, Mercury, in the 5th house, in the sign of Libra, another air sign. So I feel that it's an efficient Mercury. I feel like Mercury is wanting to move things forward and move things along. And even as Mercury moves into Scorpio near the end of the month on the 22nd, I even still think there's just going to be a lot of movement for Gemini with this Mercury situation we have going on. You had a little bit of a hold up with the Mercury retrograde in the 4th house. 4th house can certainly be a little bit deeper. There's more healing and more private stuff that goes on. But once we leave that 4th house and we go through the 5th and 6th houses, there's just a little bit more real world stuff at play. So I do think you're going to feel more movement. I like the Lovers too because it's high quality collaboration. There's also a sense of internal unity, right? Where you feel whole and complete within yourself, which is, I think, important. You know, if you need to be determined for something, to accomplish a vision, if you need determination in order to do that, sometimes feeling whole within yourself, that's going to help it. Because if you're feeling fragmented internally, there could be like half of you that feels determined and then the other half of you that feels entirely resistant. So that's really counterproductive. So when we have this card of wholeness, I don't think Gemini is really questioning a lot. You're not purposefully sabotaging or, you know, kind of putting your feet down with anything, and you're not digging your heels in when it's unnecessary to do so. All right, so I am seeing a lot of just generally you're in a good place. Now, if you really don't feel like you're in a good place, really focus on your vision, okay? Because this is where it all starts. This is what's really important, because when you have this, it's going to give everything else a sense of meaning. It's going to officially, like where you are now is going to be positioned as just a stepping stone and not a point of finality. All right, Gemini, what else? We have a Queen of Cups. A World card. I really like the Sun and the World coming out. A beautiful Queen of Swords. I like the Sun and the World because there's something circular, okay, or cyclical rather. And whenever the World comes out, especially in the middle like this, it is a suggestion that you're sort of crossing over a threshold, all right? And we can say this pretty much every day, but sometimes the phases are a little bit more pronounced. Because it's eclipse season, I do think this phase is pretty pronounced, all right? We also have Pluto stationing direct on the 10th as well. So things are just kind of turning around. The World is the indication. It's a really neutral card, by the way, the World. This is neither good nor bad. It just simply is like you're moving into a new place. It could be a mental place, like where your mind is different. Could be emotional, could be both. Could be a healing place, but you're just moving into like something else. For some of you, there could actually be physical or environmental changes as well. But I think it's something you're ready for. I think it's something you're excited about. And with the queens on either side, to me, it feels really calm. I don't see Gemini getting too worked up about things. I think from the emotional with the cups and the mental with the swords, there's a really beautiful alignment. And I like that with the Lovers too. The mind and the heart are really cohesive. But see, this is all working together because of the vision. If you don't have this, probably there's going to be more of a likelihood of feeling fragmented and confused. So really, if you're feeling confused, I urge you, I really do urge you to sit down with yourself and what am I trying to do here? Let's get on some kind of a road, like let's find some semblance of grounding here, because we can feel grounded in a vision. Otherwise, sometimes we just feel like we're just floating in space. All right, now keep in mind, I think the more simple the vision right now, the better. You can have your big vision board. You can have your big full, I want my $25 million yacht type stuff on your wall. You can do that. That's fine. But I would make these vision things a little bit more attainable. Things like I know I could do it within the next 3 months type of deal. Okay. Or the next year. I know I could do this. To the point where you don't feel that head-heart misalignment. Because if let's say you're super broke and you've got a picture of a $25 million yacht on your wall, or $250 million yacht. I'm talking billionaire stuff, okay? You're looking at this $250 million yacht on your wall and you're sitting there with $25 in your bank account. Obviously, your brain is going to be you're ridiculous, right? And that's where the swords, the mind, the thought starts to work against you, right? No one's saying that's not possible, because it is certainly possible. But for you, where you're standing right now, your brain is no, it's not possible, right? So immediately you kind of shoot yourself in the foot there. But if there's some other kind of materialistic goal that is more, I don't want to say realistic, because I think sometimes we make it too easy when we do that. So it's just a little bit past realism for you, a little bit past what you think you can get. That way your brain does not click off and turn off and be you're so ridiculous. Stop talking nonsense, right? Because you need your head to be in the same place as your heart, because you need that coherence. That's the type of vision that we need, okay? Because when it feels it is possible, the resoluteness, the determination, it's going to be easier to grab onto. And again, I'm using materialistic examples just to illustrate my point, but I know not everyone wants a yacht, all right? I just use that because it's easy for all of us to understand. But keep that example in mind when you're doing this. But it's this alignment here that's going to help you cross over this threshold. So let's see what else comes out, Gemini, for October. Man, I think that Ace of Cups has come out in every single reading, I feel. At least almost everyone. Princess or Page of Swords. And the Princess or the Page of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is the entry or the opportunity or the potential for something fulfilling. And you might be in a situation that you're grateful for or you appreciate, but you may not be in a situation that you truly feel fulfilled with or by. I think the name of the game here is satisfaction for Gemini, and feeling like you are, the only word I can, you're either satisfied or fulfilled with it, right? That's the name of the game. And that's what the Ace of Cups feels like it's bringing in. But see, this opportunity, this potential is a result of your alignment up here. Oh gosh, it's an alignment, or it's a product, an effect of what happens when you're in this really authentic place and when you exhibit the determination. Like I say, this is more about, I'll believe it when I see it. And again, in law of attraction type stuff, that's backwards. But I think this is going to be the best strategy for Gemini right now. Do the work, then see the results, and then believe the results are possible. You don't have to have the belief in order to do it. You might be in a little bit of a competition with yourself right now, saying, I'm going to prove it to myself. I'm going to prove it that I can. I'm going to prove that it can be done. I'm going to prove that this is not as hard as it looks. I'm going to prove that I can do it too. Because chances are, whatever your vision is, you are not the first person to have this vision. Okay? Like, let's be real. You're probably not the first person. If you've seen someone have it, you're not the first. Okay, it's very hard to have an original ambition nowadays. There's like 8 billion people on the planet. So like chances are someone else has also thought of it. So you just do it. You put in the time, you do the work, you make the mistakes, you learn the lessons, you pick yourself back up, you try it again, you relearn it, you redo it, you refine it, you tweak it, you tune it, you perfect it. And then it's done and you're like, oh wow, now I believe I can do it. Now I believe I can. And what I love about the pages, both of these, is just simply, and I like that we got the cups and the swords again. It's another indication of like the feminine and masculine. The emotions in the mind is that indication of day to day, one moment at a time, learning things as it goes on, and being really kind and compassionate with yourself too. Just because you have determination does not mean you're not compassionate with yourself. This does not mean being critical and mean to yourself. It doesn't mean sitting there and berating yourself because something didn't go perfectly. Right? That's not what this is. Determination is whether it goes perfectly or not, you just keep going. You find a way. Test of character. A lot of people will crumble under the self-effacing criticism. They'll push back on themselves so hard because they make a couple of mistakes. I guarantee you'll make mistakes. I guarantee you it won't be perfect. I guarantee you there will be a few issues. I guarantee you might trust the wrong person or something. Like that's just life. It's fine. Don't let that stop you. I think there's a lot of potential. I feel it's almost like a bomb right here. You're just ticking away, ready to like explode this beauty and this creativity and this idea and this wonderful life, and you're just ready to live it. And I think you've been ready for a really long time. And it's just a matter of figuring out how to allow yourself to do it or have it or be it. Okay? But I love the energy this month for Gemini. It feels so strong. So let's go ahead and pull out the clarifiers. So we're going to start with the resoluteness card. So for those of you who are new to my channel, the cards I'm about to pull out here, we're going to pull a whole bunch, is what we're going to cover in the comprehensive. The link for that will be found in the description box and comment thread down below. So you're more than welcome to join us there. So let's see what else comes through. Another Queen of Cups, Knight of Coins, and Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups has been coming out quite a bit this month, so I'm actually not surprised by that. We have Ace of Coins, the Moon, and another Lovers. Okay, so that's environmental there. Now we're going to clarify the 9-card block. So let's see, starting with the Sun, what else does Gemini need to know here for October and on into November? A Knight of Cups, another Lovers card. Wow, we're getting 3 Lovers. That's kind of a big deal. You are all over your own reading. And a 3 of Cups. Again, another 3 of Cups. A 9 of Coins. An Ace of Wands, beautiful. So we've got an Ace of Coins, an Ace of Wands, and an Ace of Cups. We've got a Queen of Coins. Page of Wands, another page. 10 of Swords. And a 5 of Swords. Man, 10 and 5 of Swords have been coming out like crazy this month too. I don't know what's going on there. Wheel of Fortune, beautiful. The Queen of Cups, got a King of Coins. You're definitely coming out more of the feminine, so the kings feel like other people. We have the World, the 4 of Coins, beautiful. Love that stability. 8 of Wands. and King of Swords. The Devil. The Sun again. And another Page of Swords. Two of Wands. There's the Vision right there. 8 of Coins. Another Knight of Coins. 8 of Cups. 10 of Cups, beautiful. And a Queen of Wands. 10 of Coins. Okay, so you got the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Coins. 3 of Wands. And last but not least, the Empress. Amazing. All right, so this is where we're going to pick up, Gemini. So if you want to join, you are more than welcome. You guys know I love you. Have an amazing month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.